Something that I've realized from transitioning from going from like a traditional way of life of going about things that are realistic that people are telling you can do to then going for the impossible or going after your big dreams or going after things that other people are saying aren't possible, aren't traditional, isn't the way you should be doing things. When you start going about this quote unquote illogical route, this unsafe route, this untraditional route of going for something that a lot of people don't usually go for. It's not like a straight line. It's not like a usual job, but it could be anything. I feel like you have to change your habits because this is going down a road that's not going to allow you to have the same, what's the word, like foundation, okay? So if you're just working a regular job or if you're going about something that everybody knows is obtainable, it's not as hard and it isn't as challenging inner-wise for you to be able to go on the path of making it happen. But when you go after your big dreams, the things you feel called to, the things that feel logical, I feel like there's certain habits you really got to develop. And I'm somebody that's chased big dreams really my whole life, but I finally went on the path of embracing it the last like 3-4 years, and I've now achieved some really big dreams. I'm an inspirational speaker that's spoken in over 35 schools, not 35 schools, 35 states. I'm speaking in over 200 schools all across the country of the United States. And I've really lived out my dreams, and I have bigger dreams, and I figured out there was mindset shifts, habits that allow me to get more productive, efficient, allow me to make more progress towards reaching those goals. And there's a lot of things I was doing wrong. So today I want to share with y'all 10 habits that changed everything for me to be able to make my dreams reality. This video is really for people that have big dreams because I'm somebody that has big dreams. If your dreams are small, you probably can take some from this, but it probably isn't going to be as effective, okay? Because you don't need all of this. It's a small dream. But this is for the people chasing things that they really want that they're not settling for, okay? And it's just some small things I've developed that have really helped. Understand everybody's different. Not every habit that I'll say right now is what will work for you, but it may. Some of these are more important than I think everybody has to do. Some are more like, take whatever it is. The first one I think has been game changer for me. And this may be different for other people, but I think it sets the tone for your day and for how you do your business and all the different work that you do. But the first one is get up earlier. For me, I got up at 5:30 in the morning. I'm not telling y'all you have to get up exactly at 5:30 in the morning if you want to make your dreams reality. But I want to more explain the art of getting up in the morning. When you get up early in the morning, you get up right when your alarm clock goes off or whatever it may be, you're signaling to your brain that today we're making decisions not based off of our current personal feelings, but our future wants and desires, okay? So when you wake up early in the morning, it isn't because of comfort. Your comfort and your mind is telling you and your body saying, hey, like I would really love to get some extra sleep, press the snooze button. But when you get up earlier, you're signaling to your brain and for the rest of the day that we're gonna do things that are uncomfortable. And it's within the things that are uncomfortable that we grow, we make the most progress. We don't make progress doing the things that are easy and comfortable. The journey of making your dreams a reality is a very uncomfortable journey. So if you can train your brain and your body and like your aura, your soul to be uncomfortable from the beginning of the day, you're already signaling that you can do it. It's probably not going to get more uncomfortable than that. So if you can be uncomfortable enough to wake up in the morning, get to it early, it changes everything, and it just gives you this head start on the day. Not so much to the fact that you're literally ahead of everybody in terms of being up earlier, but you get this peace and time where people can't call you because they're asleep. People aren't saying, hey, I need you to do this. People aren't saying, I think getting up earlier is a major hack because it allows you to have time to actually focus on the most important things, whatever that is for you. For me, it's just getting my mind clear and then doing this. To be able to make this video before people get up allows me to have this time of just, clarity, get to speak my mind, and nobody's calling my phone. I used to hate when I would make videos and somebody would call me like, bro, come on. But in general, getting up early allows you to have time where people aren't contacting you. Now, for you, that may be getting up later in the day, but working late hours. That's your peak. Whatever works for you. But for me, waking up earlier is super big for me. Another one, I think this is for everybody. Distance yourself from instant gratification. And this is whatever it is for you. We all have our vices, we all have our things, but every time you delve into instant gratification is reprogramming your mind the opposite of what you need to chase a big dream. When you're chasing a big dream, it takes tons and tons of delayed gratification. So many times you're putting in work and not getting the results. When you are, it's just internal, you can't see it. But there's so much work, years you have to put in to make a big dream a reality. It could take decades for whatever your dream is. You have to be able to put in the work without getting that return immediately. When you're on your phone scrolling on TikTok, on Instagram, when you're on YouTube, whatever it may be, you know what it is, okay? I don't have to say it, but whatever's giving you that instant, maybe it's playing video games, whatever it may be, whether it's talking to certain people, whether it's chasing girls, chasing guys, whatever it may be, whatever's giving you that instant gratification is giving you the opposite of what your brain needs to be trained to be able to achieve your goals. So I'm not saying to delete all social media, to delete the things you enjoy doing that gives you that feeling. I'm just saying to distance yourself. For example, this phone right here, you see me reading these steps off for you. This is my instant gratification phone. The phone, y'all, I'm recording on, that's my actual phone I carry with me in my pocket when I go about my day. This is only available after I finish all my work. The only reason I even have this phone is because I was like, dang, today I need to be able to read because I have 10 steps. I need to be able to read something. So it's out today. This is a rare occasion because this phone has all my social media. It has YouTube. It has all my group chats in it. If I have this phone with me throughout the day, I'm not going to be able to do all the things it takes for me to take another step to my goals because I'm already being programmed to just, I need more, I need instant. When chasing your dreams is years, months, days, weeks of not seeing the results, but it's all compounding. So you have to be able to distance yourself from instant gratification. The third one, position uncomfortable actions in day. So remember how I kind of said the beginning of the day allows you, if you get up early, it allows you to program your mind to you know what I'm saying? If you have different points of your day right before you do certain actions that you position uncomfortable things, it trains your mind, allows you to be ready. It's almost like stretching before you work out or something to get ready for whatever action. So for me, I get up early in the morning, I take my walk before I do this video. It programs my mind, it clears my mind to do this. For me, when I do my big task around 11 to 1 o'clock, right before that, I take a cold shower. Okay, it gets me going and it progresses me through those 2 hours. Okay, you got to position certain uncomfortable things. For you, that may be working out at a certain time, whatever it may be. It's all about, and really all these things are about, is about creating your own routine and figuring out what works for you. But these are habits that I think you should really think about. But it's super important to position uncomfortable things, just like all these are, to reprogram your brain. That's why these are the first three, because they're about the mindset first, which is really big before you even get into all the other stuff, whatever your business or dream entails. But it's about getting your mind programmed to be able to do it. A lot of you are expecting yourself to be motivated, but all the things you do prior to having to do the thing you have to be motivated is things that does the opposite. It requires the opposite. You have to program your brain to be able to achieve the things you want to achieve, because going after big dreams is not an easy process. You have to be able to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean we don't also do this too. See, a lot of people get caught up on the uncomfortable, doing things that are hard to be able to do all those things. But what's also important to take big steps, I think people get caught up once they learn these, is doing this. Take breaks. I'm super big on taking breaks. I take 3-4 breaks every day. I watch my little sitcom, not my sitcom, my little, I don't know what to call it, my little drama-filled show while I eat breakfast for an hour. After I've done this, I make breakfast and I watch my little show and I'm chilling. It gets my mind off things because I've just let out so much energy when I make this video every day that I do throughout the week. And so it allows me to take that break, and then I take my cold shower and I get after it. Okay, but then after I get after it for the 2 hours to do the deep work, I then go do a little side quest, and then I go get my favorite food if I had a good day, and I watch my other show, and I chill for an hour. Okay, and then I always take breaks. If you're full, you got to always think when you're chasing big dreams again, it's a long game. You're going to be chasing this for years. So yeah, you could work your butt off like crazy for the next 6 months or a week, but can you sustain this for 10 years? You have to think about, can you keep going at this pace for years? Now, are there phases where you have to take less breaks because you're in a moment where you're building the foundation? Yes. Like when I was writing my book, I couldn't take as many breaks. I had to just lock in. But when we're talking about these big dreams, we have to be sustainable. Now, other parts of our journey where we have certain ideas, we have to be unbalanced, yes, but I do believe balance in the general and the most of our time is what allows you to have pace for long-term consistency. The game isn't working hard. The game is working consistently. Remember that. The game, let me write that down somewhere. Because even though this isn't part of the list, but let me write it down. The game isn't working hard. It's working consistently. And if you've watched other videos of mine, you've probably come across this concept. But I'm telling you, and I think this actually leads into another one of the things I had down. But the game isn't working hard, it's working consistently. It's about being able to take a step every single day. And that actually brings me to my last, I was thinking about myself. I knew where I was going to go. But another thing you have to do is get out of the habit of trying to do everything every day, trying to change the world in a day, and focus on one step a day. This one perspective shift changed everything for me. When I mean changed everything, and it's not something that's talked about, but I'm like, why don't people talk about this? The key in being able to make a long-term goal a reality is just taking one small step every single day. But you'll go on YouTube or you go on Instagram, wherever, and you hear all this motivational stuff, and you put in all the work in for a day, 2 days, a week, a month, and then you flame out. Because you didn't sit upon a pace. You were trying and needed the results. You can't need the results. You got to love the process. And when you love the process and you just focus on taking one step a day, you're actually present, you actually learn, and then the step gets bigger. So I need you in this habit of chasing a big dream to just focus on taking one step a day. How can I take one step a day? With each part of your life, okay? So for me, how can I take one step to get closer to this goal? How can I take one step to get to that goal? Now, how can I take 5 steps here, 1 step here, and a half? No, 1 step to 1. Now, if you have time to take multiple steps, go ahead. But the focus should just be, let me just take 1 step a day. If I wake up and I took a step forward, then I achieved the day, I'm successful. A lot of you are trying to achieve everything, and it sounds good in 1 day or 2 days, but are you still gonna be in the game in 2 years? Because you flamed out, you worked too hard. It's not about working hard, it's about working consistently. Because what you have to understand is most people in your game aren't gonna keep going, they're gonna quit. So the majority of the winning in terms of competing with other people, even though there's not really any competition, is just not quitting. Most people quit. That's what I realized from being in the game, from working towards my dreams. Most of the people that you see going after the same thing, you don't got to worry about. They're going to quit. So instead of trying to work your butt off and watch yourself, sprint while you see other people sprint, just jog. Let them get in front because they're not even going to be around when the race really gets started. So just focus on taking 1 step a day. It'll change everything because it gives you the peace, and it also gives you something else. It gives you creativity. And so this is also another step. Take time to be creative. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when you're chasing a big dream, it's no longer just exchange time for money. It's no longer that. That's what working a job is. Now, even if your job's attached to money or to, it's a job, whatever. Just in general, when it comes to achieving big dreams, it's not just about work ethic. It's not even just about being consistent. It's about ideas. And so when you have a big idea, that could propel you 2 years. That could prepare you. We live in the age of YouTube, of social media. One piece of content could change everything. And I'm not just talking about being creative for content, being creative for everything. One business tactic, one way to reword your emails, one way to do things, and whatever your dream is can change everything. So we have to start prioritizing not just working hard, not just doing these uncomfortable things, but going on walks, going on whatever makes you creatively inspired. That's where the genius is. Don't sleep on your ideas, and the more ideas you come with, the more things that can be produced. You have to understand we have limitless executors in this world, but we have limited innovators. And it's within the innovators that create the world that give executors a thing to do. A lot of people are executors. A lot of people can do what they're told and follow instructions, but not many people can come up with ideas. There would be no executors. There'd be no work for executors without innovators. And guess who gets paid the most? Not the people that are working and executing the most, people that come up with ideas. So I need you as a big dreamer to understand you got to work hard, but your ideas can take you so much further. Okay, what's next on the list? Okay. Oh yeah, this is a big one. And this allows you to be able to have this. If you don't do this next step, you can't even really be maximum creative. You're not even going to want to get up earlier. You're not even want to, you're not going to have a reason. This is a habit. And I know this may seem like more of a thing to do, a thing to have, but it's a thing to always check on yourself. But make sure you love it. I know this is cliche, whatever, but if you love it, all these things are just like, okay, this is what I got to do, this so be it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I got to focus on taking a step that, okay, this isn't just what I have to do. This is who I am, okay? I got to distance myself from instant gratification, do things I love more, okay, let's do it. Do uncomfortable things so I can be better at what I love, okay. So I can be able to make a career out of what I love, okay. If you don't love it, all the things it takes to be able to achieve the dream are going to be so much harder to do. Remember, this is a long game. This is what I want to keep emphasizing. It is a long game. If you expect to get this in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year, I'm sorry, you ain't bit for it. Go do regular stuff like regular people do. But if you want to come over on this side and do the unthinkable, do the impossible, it's going to take time. It's going to be uncomfortable. So you better love the heck out of it. When I make this video, I love the heck out of it. Whether nobody watches this video, whether I look like a crazy person, whether only one person watches this video, I love this video. I love making this. I love going on my walk and being creative enough to think of these different habits I wanted to give to y'all. I love it. So therefore, doing this for the next 10 years isn't a problem because this is just me being who I am. It's like breathing. So as long as I'm alive, I'm going to do what I love to do. So make sure that you love it. And of course, my phone scrolled up and it went away. Okay, the next thing. And these last three are big. And I think once you achieve these, you can really achieve any goal. But once you do these three, it can like multiply it, okay? So this is going to be really special. These three are going to like multiply everything. This is going to take you from already reaching the goal, then reaching heights like beyond your imagination, okay? The next one. Learn to say no. What I need you to know is every time you say yes to somebody else when you don't want to say yes, you're saying no to yourself. You're saying no to your business. You're saying no to your dreams. What you have to realize is that you can't, it's impossible to help everybody. And a lot of people, they put helping other people over their own passions, over their own dreams without realizing if they were to focus and prioritize their own dreams, their own passions, it would help more people than they could have ever imagined. And so while, yes, it's good to help people, it's important to help people, but you helping yourself, you being selfish enough to say no and accept yourself and do the thing you love to do and chase your dreams is helping people you don't even know about yet. This video could have 1 billion views or 1 million views in 10 years. I wouldn't know unless I say no to the people that may say, hey, Jamar, let's go on vacation this week. Now, I do go on vacation. I do have fun. But I know at the beginning of the day on a Thursday, which is today, I got to say no to anything right now. For example, when I was writing my book, I knew for 7 to 8, 9 months, I had to say no to a lot of stuff because I couldn't even have my brain not be clear for me trying to achieve writing something that was so difficult. So I didn't go to any clubs. I didn't go on any dates, okay? But I wrote the book. Now I'm going on dates. I got a date on Saturday. I'm excited. But learn to say no. Because every time you say yes to other people, you say no to yourself and your dreams. It takes a lot of no. It takes a lot of selfish actions, quote unquote, to be the most unselfish person, which is through you becoming the best version of yourself, which is also through you chasing your dreams because your dreams just aren't about you. They're about the world. They're put in your mind. They're put into your heart for a reason. So you have to say no to those people to find that reason. And sometimes your reason is beyond your imagination. It's so big, but you're about to miss out on it because somebody was like trying to guilt trip you or something, bro. Your dreams are always the most important thing. Your passions are always the most important thing. They're put in your mind for a reason. Last two, this is another big one. These are going to multiply everything, guys. Network with your quote unquote competition. I love this one. This is one that doesn't get talked about. A lot of people don't talk to people in their industry, or if they do, they don't talk to people that are like direct competitors or directly like them. But these are the people that are most like you, that understand you the most. They're doing the thing you do. So for me, like other inspirational, motivational speakers, yes, we're competing for gigs. Maybe this school may want us both, and they don't know who to pick, and they're debating. But at the end of the day, those are the people I need to talk to the most, because when you're going through all this of chasing a big dream, you need people that understand you, because you're going to feel very lonely. You're going to feel like, man, what the heck? But not only is networking with these people going to give you a sense of belonging, a sense of like, hey, I'm not a complete crazy person, even though you kind of come to terms with being a crazy person, but it's also going to allow you to have insights and better ways. Remember how we talked about being creative, having ideas can propel you? Well, other people have ideas too, to how to run this business, to how to chase this dream, to how to get to certain goals. When you find people with the same goals, they're going to have different tactics, different ideas to get there, okay? And what you want to do when you're networking with people in your industry that are your quote-unquote competition, nobody's your competition because you're one of one. But when you're networking with these people, what I advise you to do is to just give. And the only way you can do this is when you don't view them as your competition. And this is a whole nother video, but when you know you're you, nobody's like me. Now, are there other motivational, inspirational speakers out there? But can anybody talk with my swag to make videos like me and be me? Nobody can be me better than me. So technically, nobody can compete me because I'm in my own lane. And so when we're in our own lanes, but we're in the same game, we can help each other because it's not really competition because we're all running our own race. We just happen to be on like the same track. Okay. And so I always just give all my advice, all my insights to people I know. Now, I'm not just going to give it to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't about to waste my time. But people I know that are like I don't want to say my equal because I'm him. But like, you know what I'm saying? My people that I know are putting that work as well, that love it just as much as I do. I give them all my information. I give them like, bro, take this. Like, this is how I did this. Take it. You know what they do? Oh, Jamar got this new idea. I heard this from this other guy I know, blah, blah, blah. And now you're just getting all this game, not just from your ideas, but you're also getting the ideas from your competition. This is going to propel you so far. These are all really good, y'all. This is all you need, okay? These will take you really far. But there's one that will like 10 times everything, okay? And this one I'm actually working on right now. I already know it's gonna go crazy. I saved this for last because it's everything. But it's only once you get to a certain point. This last step isn't for everybody, okay? It really isn't for everybody. You have to hit a certain point. But once you get to this point, it's a beautiful thing. Delegate. Oh my goodness, delegate. Now I can turn this phone that I really shouldn't even be on early in the morning. But you gotta delegate. Once you reach a certain point, maybe it's in your business, you're making a certain amount of money, or you've mastered certain things, or you feel like you're doing repetitive actions and you just want to do this part. You delegate the things that are robotic, that you are no longer you doing it or somebody else doesn't make a difference if you can train them. So like, for example, for me in my speaking business, would I ever delegate like somebody speaking on stage for me? No, that's me at my specialty. That's what I love to do. But somebody can answer my emails. You know how much time it takes to answer all the emails I get? You know how much time it takes to do certain things? Delegate. And it allows me to then work on and be more present in the things that actually make me special. This makes all the things I do to be more creative, to network, to do these things. I have more time. Time is our greatest asset. I need you to know that's all we got. And the thing about time is we don't know how much we have, so we have to delegate it. You have to realize how much value you have in your time. And the more money you make, the more you have to start valuing. Now in the beginning, you know, your time ain't that valuable because you got to put in every second to making some bit of foundation. But once you've built that foundation, you're making some money, whatever it may be, you've built things with your dreams. You got to start delegating. And when you do that, it allows you to be better at the thing that makes you special and allows you to just multiply everything because now you can be copied. Now you can get multiple people to do those things. Now I can send out more emails. Now I can do more gigs because I'm not sending out contracts doing stuff. Delegating and everything. But none of this stuff is possible if you don't do number 7, okay? Make sure you love it. And what I also want you all to do is understand while I gave you these 10 habits, these are my 10 habits, okay? A lot of these I think that everybody should do, but like getting up early in the morning, that's not everybody. I need you to find what works for you. That's the key in everything. Find what works for you. We're all different. We all have different dreams. And even if you have the same dream, there's different ways of getting there and there's different timings to getting there. So you have to figure out what works for you. And that takes reflection. I'm going to do a bonus. Bonus. Constantly reflect. I think that's a big one, yo. Self-awareness is one of the biggest things one of the best things you can ever have in chasing dreams. Because you may realize maybe you want the dream for the wrong reason. You feel me? Now it's time to pivot. Or you may realize, hey, I'm doing this one action repetitively and I don't like doing it, or it doesn't feel right, or I see the way the clients, or whatever it may be. If you keep reflecting, it allows you to pivot. J. Cole, I use this quote too much, but J. Cole once said, the good news is that you came a long way. The bad news is that you went the wrong way. A lot of us are working hard, but we don't have any direction. Every single time you make actions, it isn't just about making progress, it's about gaining clarity. And if you keep reflecting, I meditate 2-3 times a day, and I reflect on what I'm doing. It allows me to be like, oh, the way I'm doing this isn't working. Oh, the way I'm doing this doesn't feel organic. If you keep reflecting, it allows you to gain more of these habits, then it allows you to be more efficient, then it allows you to get to your goals more quicker. But you can't be thinking about how quick. You got to love the process and trust the process, and everything will come. So if you need more motivation, you need more insight, if you want more help finding what you love to do, or finding success within what you love to do, or just become a better version of yourself, make sure to watch more of my videos, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you out in the next video. Peace.